Hey guys, how you doing? So more on Jayshree, uh, the most popular girl of our school, but having lot of Everest streak, with whom I said love and hate relation. Well, to begin with, uh, I was quite friendly with Jayshree. In fact, when I had joined that school 2 years back with my sister, the elder sister Madhu. Uh, we soon became very friendly, both of us, and Madhu almost became her best friend. And we had a sort of gang, and we mostly moved around. And one thing I'll tell you about Jayshree is that she was very talented, exceptionally good in her studies, but at the same time she was, she was much more than a 10-year-old girl. In fact, she sounded much matured and talked, well, something which normally children don't do, and she was always up to some mischief or other of some very evil kind we never thought of, because mostly, we were children after all, 9, 10 years old, so we had those all kiddie sort of things going on. The small, you see, antiques and little fights and little, you see, things which normally children do. But she was always up to something, and I'll tell you, there was a railway line behind our school campus, and sometimes, especially on Saturday, because on Saturday we had half days. Our classes used to begin at 8, and by 12:30 it was over. So what we did, we didn't headed to our homes straight away, and we went near that railway line. It was broad gauge connecting New Delhi with Howrah Junction, and it passed through our small town, and we loved watching trains and waving hands to strangers who sometimes waved back, and that was it. And we loved that. And there are not many trains coming on that route, and for sometimes for almost more than half hour, there's no either passenger train or a goods train, so it was all empty. So what we did was we lie down on that track, and we put our ear close to those tracks, and then we heard those amazing echo of the approaching trains, and that we really enjoyed doing that. And once Jayshree suggested that I heard that these trains are going through these tracks, are capable of doing extraordinary things. So I asked, like what? So she said, that 25 paisa coin or chavanni. So you see, when you put that 25 paisa dime on the track, and you let that train pass, and after that, what you get is much bigger coin in size, and that is almost like 50 paisa coin. And what was the big idea? Because back in our school canteen, the Khalil was he used to run a pantry where we got those yummy cupcakes, muffins, and uh, toffees and churans and of course ice cream. And Khalil kept two varieties of ice cream. One was the normal milk ice cream, and another was chocolate ice cream with a coating of liquid chocolate. But that while that milk ice cream cost 25 paisa, the fancier one, the chocolate, and the tastier one, it cost 50 paisa. And you know, we're being kids, we're always short of money because my parents didn't allow a lot of pocket money because he was very particular, and I was always short of money. So even though we wanted to relish that choco ice cream, we were always well forced to settle for the much modest milk ice cream. And well, so the big idea was that when you make that 25 paisa turn into much bigger coin resembling a 50 paisa coin, you can buy that chocolate ice cream from Khalil's pantry shop, and well, you are still spending half the amount. Well, I don't know whether that this formed and distorted coin could have ever be used by Khalil, but well, that was Jayshree's big idea, and well, we fell in a trap without realizing that this is not the ethical thing we're doing, and well, we started doing that, bringing 25 paisa coin and lined it up on the track and waited for the trains to arrive. And once it passed from the track, we immediately rushed to retrieve those coins. And oh, lo and behold, they just became the double of what they were and almost resemble 50 paisa coin. Even though it was a very nasty idea from Jayshree, I think it was very innovative. I think I'll say out of the box thinking. Maybe not in the right direction, but nonetheless it was out of the box thinking. And Jayshree in fact said this, that she has been doing it since last 2 years. Just imagine, when she was only 6 or 7, and she has been doing it. So she was so very matured for her tender age, and well, and that was what we used to do. But you know what happened? Once we are doing that, and guess what? These gangmen who moved on those trolleys, and it was a trolley made of metallic structure, small trolleys with the same wheels that are used for rail. That is basically, those are the repair staff who maintain the railway tracks, and if there is any problem, they rectify it. It's a very common thing if you know how these rail tracks are maintained by these gangmen. So they often came, and we had no idea when they are going to come. And once they caught us putting those coins and said, well, now we'll take you to our superintendent, and he may arrest you. Of course, I think they didn't mean what they said. The idea was to scare us and to keep away from railway tracks. But we were kids, only 8, 9 years old. We were really scared for our lives and thought, what will happen? And those guys started interrogating us, whose ideas was this? because one of them looked at me and said, "You look very innocent. I don't think it would be your idea." Then he looked at two girls, my sister Madhu and Jayshree, and said, "You guys must have done that. Now tell me." On that point, Jayshree intervened and said, "No, it is his idea because he has to buy the chocolate ice cream with a 50 paisa coin and never have those 50 paisa coin. He gets only 25 paisa as his pocket money. So it is his idea, and he also convinced us." So on that, I don't know what happened, but those gangmen said, "Okay, well, since you told us the truth, you can go, and I'll take care of this boy. I'm going to take him to our superintendent. He will do what he would think fit for him. Well, but we are definitely going to punish him." And they took us on that trolley, and well, the girls went away, and he must have wheeled the cart for almost 100 meters, and I started crying because I thought, what will happen to me, and what these guys are going to do with me. So on that point, Vinod, the son of my father colleague, he appeared from nowhere and he said, "Hey, why you are taking him on your cart? Why? What he has done?" Then they explained him. Then Vinod said, "Oh, you cannot do this thing. Don't scare this boy." Vinod was a 16-year-old lad, and he studied in the same school where my eldest sister studied, and his father was my father's colleague, so we all knew each other, and he was very friendly, and I used to call him Vinod Bhaiya, so it was courtesy, and it was his intervention that saved me from being taken away that day. And then those gangmen released me, and this in fact said it to Vinod that we were only trying to scare him. Even he would not have come, we would have released him. But then it is not good that these children hang around near railway tracks. Anything can happen, accidents do happen. So we have to scare them to keep away from these tracks. That was the whole idea. Anyway, I wasn't aware of that because I was crying, and I was really very, very concerned. But anyway, Vinod Bhaiya saved me that day, and that showed me the new side of Jayshree's character. That was very nasty. And that day, I actually knew what this girl is capable of, and that was the end of our relation. And then I mostly kept away while my sister Madhu continued her bonhomie with Jayshree. But for me, it was end of that friendly relation, and I just became indifferent after that incident. More on Jayshree Pillai in the next episode. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much for listening some of my old stories. I don't know how do you find it, but these are the little incidents that make our life. So, bye bye guys. Take care. I love you all.